What is up, everyone? This is Corey, back again with another review. This week, I'm looking at Park Beyond, the latest in roller coaster theme park building by Bandai Namco, specifically developer Limbic Entertainment. So, a roller coaster tycoon, right? That's what this game is essentially in 2023. You are building a park from the ground up, or maybe even taking a shell of a park that was there and uplifting it, giving it a little bit of love to see if you can resurrect it. To do this, you need to set pathways, build roller coasters, add other types of amusement park rides like Ferris wheels and whatnot, maybe add a shop here, some food and drink stations here. Gotta have your toilets and a spot for your employees, but that is what you are doing in this game, all while managing not only your money so that you can build these things and fund your business, but you're managing people. You want them to be happy. So if you have any experience with a roller coaster building type game like you are seeing here, you're going to know a bit about what to expect. Now, what makes this 2023 game stand out? Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is just the craziness of it. You will get a sense in the cutscenes of the story part of the game that nothing is beyond the realms of possibility here. That goes to say that you can build some crazy roller coasters yourself, or take existing rides and quote, impossify them, which will make them into a crazy version of themselves. And that is really thrown at you from the start. That's what this game is about, going beyond what a normal theme park is about. So I keep mentioning the story mode. There's this campaign mode where you are given a mission. You're starting with a park and you need to kind of bring it to life. And as you go through this park, you're going to be given objectives and goals to reach. So that's kind of the first thing that popped in my mind of being different. I haven't played a lot of these types of games where they were giving me these focused objectives. So that is actually something nice if you want to really get in deep with the details of the game. Going through this campaign mode will slowly introduce you to all of these aspects of the game. However, you are able to jump right in to Sandbox mode and build your own park from the very beginning. Now, I mentioned the management part of this game. Yeah, that's what you're doing in this game. Building rides isn't really the forefront of the game. Building coasters are. The rides you just pick from a select list that you have access to, and the coasters you can pick a prefabricated ride or build your own. And since that is kind of a sticking point with this game, I do have to say that building a roller coaster wasn't hard to do. It was very easy. I played all of this with an Xbox controller, by the way. The game in and of itself, I believe, was built with the controller in mind because I can find everything I need to. The buttons are clearly labeled, and I had no problems with the UI of this game, with the layout of everything. Obviously, it's a lot to take in, but just after a couple of hours, you're going to know where everything is and be able to get to it and navigate around very quickly. So I do give them props for that. But back to the coaster building, you're going to be going and putting tracks. Maybe it's a normal track, maybe it's a chain lift up, and you're given the meters of how high you're off the ground because physics, you do have to know where you're at all times so that you can, go down and reach a certain speed or things like that. Now, there are crazy modules that you can put into the coasters, which I did enjoy. There are mini goals within the coasters themselves. They're called hooks, and you have to be able to complete these hooks, and they kind of change the dynamics of the ride. They might be more fun or more profitable, or depending on what you pick, they might be more suited for teenagers or adults or families. So really you get to focus in on where you want this coaster to be in your park and who you want it to advertise to in order to, get the best out of it. So I really did enjoy that. And when you're done creating this, what kind of roller coaster building game would be complete without being able to ride the ride? You can do that. You have to pass a test for your ride to be open. So it has to meet all the hooks that you include, has to not stop in the middle of its tracks. So it doesn't need to complete a full cycle, and it needs to have an entrance and an exit to it. So that's where your pathways come in, but that's the easy part. But once you do all that, take a ride on this roller coaster, and it's pretty fun to do that. As far as the rest of the park goes, it is very straightforward. Make paths and start to put down what you can within your financial means in order to meet your visitor needs. And so you're going to quickly learn that they don't want to just ride rides. They want to eat food. They want to drink drinks, and they want to buy souvenirs. So within the financial overview screen of this game, that's where you'll be able to see a lot of deep insights about the visitors of your park, where they're happy, where they're not, and how to best suit that in order to make yourself, make yourself money, make yourself profitable. And there are heat maps in the game, so you can quickly pick a certain aspect that you are trying to find out about, and it will quickly show you where that's at. Do you have a lot of people who are hungry on the west side of your park? Well, you take a look around, you have no food shops over there, so maybe add some food shops over there. Stuff like that is what you get into with those. Now, there is a difficulty that you can pick from, which I really enjoyed. Sometimes I'm in the mood to do a lot of management type stuff, but sometimes I just want to do the building part. And so you can pick a difficulty level. You can, in Sandbox mode, you can actually customize everything about this, where you have unlimited funds, where the cleanliness is, really high. A lot, the upkeep is really low, if there at all. So you can really customize it to your specific settings, which I really like. Now, I do need to mention some of the stuff I didn't like, because otherwise the game is wacky, the game is fun, and I'm having a good time. But a couple of things do draw it back some. Those are going to be things like the pathing of the characters. I'm noticing that the visitors in my park are getting stuck, it seems like. For the longest time, I'm trying to get people on a ride that is open. Everything is checked off, and they're just getting stuck at the entrance, and I'm having to delete and re-add it. So these are quality of life things that can be fixed, and I'm hoping and I'm positive they will be fixed. We're very early in this release. There's going to be some crazy DLC, knowing Bandai Namco, so I'm actually looking forward to some of the things that they are going to integrate with this game. So I have no really worry that it's not going to be updated in the future. It's just something that, unfortunately, it's there now, and it does kind of bug me a little bit. Aside from that, the coasters and with the pathing, not just with people coming and using the path, to make the pathways from different rides or coasters really to connect to the other paths. Of course, you can't really cross intersections very well. And you have to really pay attention to the inclines that are there. So everything really needs to be ground level to make it easy, and that's not always the circumstances you have. And I had a really tough time getting some of that to work. I had to make some crazy paths all the way around the roller coaster just for an exit path to work properly. And that can be on me, for bad planning, but not every time should it be as difficult as I was having problems with it. And then really the other major thing that really gets me, and I hate to have to say it, but the game was crashing a lot for me. This was mostly in Sandbox mode. I've added a lot of stuff to my park. However, in the grand scheme of things, I've not added enough to where I think it should be crashing. The game will be operating fine, and then I'll go to Impossify something or someone, or go and add some trash cans. I need to add some trash cans because I'm seeing garbage pile up, and then the game will just crash, go back to the screen, and I have to go back. Luckily, there's an autosave feature, so I don't lose everything, but it does exist. And while I think that, like I said, I have a lot of stuff in my park, I don't have a ton of stuff to make it crash, because you can purchase land to expand your ability to place things, and I'm nowhere close or even close to halfway with buying these land expansions or using them at least, to where I think that it should be crashing. So again, I have to mention those as of right now in my experience, but I do have trust that those will be fixed in the future. Otherwise, it's a very fun spin on roller coaster management games. I don't think it does anything too new and crazy, but I do want to mention the Impossification part where, you know, I said it doesn't do anything crazy. These are the crazy things it does, that's where I think the fun comes in, because you're going to see some wacky things. Some of these rides are impossible in reality, but that's the fun of these type of games, that you don't have to stay within bounds of reality at all times. So take that for what it's worth. It is fun. Some technical issues here at launch, but I have high hopes that they will be fixed. So if you aren't already on xboxtavern.com, be sure to check that out, where I'll have the final score for this game, as well as scores for other games that me and my colleagues review on a weekly, if not daily basis. So be sure to check out xboxtavern.com, and I will see you in the next one.